Hey guys, welcome back to the vlog. I just finished up riding Pollywog and I'm gonna hose her down, but I was gonna get Z out today, give him a really good grooming, and I thought that you're such a cheeky girl. You're such a cute girl. I thought we could do a little bit of a Z Kentucky recap together today, but let me finish hosing her and putting her away. She was so good for her ride today. Pollywog has been doing excellent with her training, and I've been usually doing her carrot stretches about now, if you can tell. She has been doing excellent with her training, and I right now have been keeping her riding training updates on my Patreon, so that is some exclusive content for those people that are signed up for that. Hi, yes, you're being rude. So if you're hoping to get more Polly info right now, Patreon is the only place for that. I'm gonna give her a hose and then we'll put her out and go get Z. She really has just been the best 3-year-old I've worked with in a while, and I'm really enjoying getting to work with her and ride her. I love working with the young horses that have a good brain, and I love the extra ride time. I would love to do more of this in my future, so it's really good practice for me. She's so sweet. So Z has kind of just been chilling since we got back from Kentucky. He got back and, you know, the trailer ride was super long, like 14 hours or something. I don't know exactly, but I feel like he's being so cute right now. Are you napping with your lip out? You got droopy lip. Hey buddy, what's up, Bubba? So I felt like he was just really body sore and tight from the travel. He was tight and a little bit body sore when we got there from the long trailering ride, and I just felt like he needed some downtime when we got back, so he's kind of just been decompressing and relaxing. I've done some what I've been calling structured relaxing time with some walking, pillar 1 work. Hi, Buggy. You can't really see him in the dark. Hey, Bug. What's up, Bubba? Hi. Hold on. So, as I mentioned previously, I've just been trying to take some time to relax with him and give him some downtime, bond with him a little bit. So yeah, he's just been doing a lot of chill time. I thought while I groomed him today, I could kind of recap our Kentucky experience with you guys and put some video in and talk over the video. Hi. And just fill you guys in because I couldn't do a ton of vlogging. So I really couldn't do a ton of vlogging while I was there. I just had a lot going on and I was trying to hang out with my family and take care of Z, and I just kind of slacked on actual vlogging. So that's why I thought I would kind of do a recap, which seems to be my trend with the vlogging this season. So to start, we had a long trailer ride down there, and I think this created more anxiety than I would have expected. He was definitely really alert and tense on the trailer when we kept stopping. I'm gonna hot towel him today. So I knew that the trailering would be stressful, but I think it was a little more stressful than I was anticipating. But he did handle it like a champ. We got down there in good time. So we we left Sunday night, Monday morning at about 2 a.m. and we got down to Kentucky. It was probably 4 or 5 p.m. I don't know the exact time, I wasn't paying attention. He got off the trailer, got a break in his stall. I bedded him down really heavy, and I took him for a hand walk, and then we went to kind of unload the trailer and take a break, get a shower, and then we came back and did night check, and he seemed to be settling in really well. So overall, I was really happy. He got there and kind of had a breather, and then it was nighttime, so that was good for him. I just made some hot water with some oil to hot towel him while I chat. So that was Monday. Tuesday was the first real day there, but he didn't compete until Wednesday. So Tuesday was kind of a nice day because, again, he went out for lots of hand walks and he got some chill time, and he and Rex have been just rolling in the dirt nonstop. And I literally just bathed him, and he's so dirty again. So yeah, so he went for some hand walks, we did some hanging out, watched some upper level dressage, you know, just kind of a chill day, which was nice. None of my family was there yet on Tuesday. And then I took Z for like an afternoon hack, and then had a dressage lesson with him, which unfortunately I couldn't get the footage to airdrop to me, so I don't have any footage of. But he was really, really up, to say the least. That was kind of surprising to me how up he was. I had kind of expected him to be a little alert, but he was really anxious. I could tell right away. His heart was racing a lot, and he acted really spooky, which all of that just kind of surprised me. I felt like he was at a point in the season where we, in my head, we should have been past that a little bit. Okay, you're doing so well, let's not hurt now. But it's all good. So Wednesday was his dressage day, and we went really early, like 8:30 in the morning. I didn't want to braid him the night before because I wanted him to be as comfortable as possible, hoping that he would rest. So I woke up at the crack of dawn and I did a little like loosening him up, hack, stretchy pre-ride, and that was at about 5:30. I braided him, and he felt really good that morning. At least I felt like I loosened him up pretty well, and I had good expectations. Granted, we were riding in a ring with 2 other people, and the whole showgrounds was really quiet. So I think the first mistake that I made was then deciding to not get on him too early before my dressage test. And then we got up there to the warm-up area, and it was about 15 minutes before my test. And I kind of thought I'd already done the work to loosen him up in the pre-ride and all of that jazz. And there was a million people there, and the modified cross country was running, and I thought his little brain and heart were gonna explode. His heart was racing and beating out of his chest, and he was so up and anxious. He just never really settled in. It was hard for him that the modified cross country was warming up right next to his dressage ring, and he could not keep his eyes off of that. He was like so confused, and it was just a little overwhelming. I will say that I was definitely disappointed, but I didn't leave the ring feeling mad at him in any sort of way. You know, we know that he's a really emotional, anxious, tense guy, and the environment was really big for him. And I think all of those things just really factored in on the day. And, you know, I unfortunately had to learn from trying how that was going to go. And he clearly had needed to be up there for longer to be exposed to the show area and the, you know, hundreds of horses that were out and about. So I feel like I kind of failed him there a little bit. I could have, you know, made a better plan. I think I took this point of view in that I didn't want to wear him out and override him, and I think with that in mind, I just was a little off base. And that's okay, but he just never really settled in the ring. So the test was overall pretty disappointing. Definitely probably our worst test to date, and the score reflected that. So that was a bummer, but it was time to move on and go walk the cross-country course that I had not seen yet, which you'll see is terrifying, and move on with the day. And there's no point in being upset with Z over that, because I think that's just honestly being aware of your horse and his feelings about the environment. He was anxious and scared, and I didn't give him enough time to process all of the stuff that was going on. So, such is life. I'm going to put in a ton of clips here of the cross-country course walk and talk about the course with you guys. So that's probably going to be my favorite part of this vlog, because I did a lot of course walking. So this year, the training course ran alongside the upper levels, which was really cool. Fence 1 was a basic log, and then fence 2 was starting right out the box with a big opening oxer that we hadn't jumped before. They really kind of threw some big fences at you right away as we rolled down the hill up to a big table for fence number 3.
It will almost be a little bit nice to have them in the bend. This one is a show jump question.
Fences 4A and B were not necessarily hard jumps, but a terrain question with a big dip in the terrain between them that you can't really see in this video. And then you gallop up to a mushroom top table for fence 5, which was also pretty sizable.
This one, again, you're going to want to ride up to this. Like, this is like a decent size water to water for training.
Then we come galloping into the water to fences 6A and B, which I think you just needed to be very accurate. They weren't necessarily, again, huge jumps, but just a good question. I left in some of the commentary from the course walk here. And then 7 was, again, a big rampy table fence that was also very sizable for the level.
Want to have changed the length of stride that you're working with.
So after the rampy table thing, we roll up to the first big question that I was really concerned about, 8 ABC, which was a skinny frangible to a ditch to a corner, which I believe walked 3 to 4, I think. I can't really remember. It feels like forever ago already. It ended up riding great, but this was the first combination on course that I was actually concerned about and knew I needed to have a plan and ride very accurately. I will be completely honest here that I got a little bit spaced out and I forgot to film a couple of the fences on course. So as we go to 9, 10, and I think 11, I just totally blanked out. I think after going through 8, I was a little bit mortified at what I had signed myself up for, and I kind of just spaced out on filming the next couple jumps until I clicked back in at, I think, fence 12. So I'm showing you guys the helmet cam footage for these jumps. After a hard combination at number 8, fence 9 and 10 were a little bit of let up fences. Fence number 9 was a big log to fence 10 was a sizable training table, but still a little bit of a friendly let up fence out galloping. That was nice. 11 was an A-B combination, which was a hard right turn, which you'll see on the helmet cam video footage. And I just wanted to pop in here and say, if you have not watched the helmet cam yet, I'm going to link it in the video here. Fence 12 was a fake ditch wall, which I was a little nervous about, but Z handled it like a pro. Thankfully, he's not very ditchy. And then we come up to 13A-B, which is the combination that I lost sleep over all weekend long.
You're going to stay pretty positive to this.
The A element of this combination is very wide and very true to size, and Z has never had to jump a big brush like this out of a combination. So the hard turn and then add in the fact that the brush is so huge, as you can see with me standing behind. I was scared of this question, but he jumped it like a pro. Once I got through this, everything else seemed like cake, even though it wasn't. Fence 14 was a good size jump in between 13AB and the water combination, so it was something that you need to pay attention to. Don't forsake it, but a little bit of a breather jump, I would say. And then the water was actually a really tough combination question. I think the first fence into the water was kind of looky. Z didn't actually really peek hard, but I was concerned that he might. And the B element out was really skinny. So definitely a tough question for a training level course. Whew, this has been a long run, but then we wrap up with the final 2 jumps, which is a little table thing and a big, cute, hedgy jump out to the finish. Man, what a course and what a day it was. So that kind of wraps up Wednesday. My fam gets in and we hang out together. And now Thursday is cross country day. So let's kind of dive into Thursday. I decided to take Z for a stretchy Pessoa walk while I continue my recap to see how he looks today. Where are we at? Thursday morning, no braiding, cross country day. Okay, hopefully my camera doesn't blow over out here in the wind and the ring. So Thursday morning, I felt really anxious about cross country. Obviously, lots of really big jumps. So I re-walked my course again that morning. I'm going to see if I can multitask. It is so bright out here suddenly. So bright. So, where was I? Re-walked the cross country course. Now, I wasn't super concerned about Z really because he's super fit right now, but it was really hot. I mean like 100 degrees with a terrible humidity. My mom and sister who had come up from Florida and Georgia said it was hotter and more humid, miserable in Kentucky than in Florida and Georgia. So it was miserable. And we ran cross country at like 12:30 in the middle of the day. So that was fun. But Z handled it really well. Handled the heat really well. He definitely came out the box really fit and really wild, and then the heat settled him about fence 7 or so, and he calmed down and settled into the course. And but it was a really fun run, and I'm really proud of him. So at this point, I'm really proud of him. I can tell he's really tired. He's been giving out lots of snuggles and cuddles. We had a really cool guy from America's Best Racing come to chat with us before, during, and after cross country. He did a little video, so I'm gonna make sure to link that here. But it was a really cool little blurb on Z. And now we're gonna jump into Friday. So Friday, I woke up really early again to braid for like an 8:45 a.m. show jump. And Z was exhausted. He was definitely sleep deprived at this point. Overtired. I put some braids in, gave him some love, and then I just jumped a few jumps in the warm-up and really was kind of nursing him along. I think he was a little shy in the atmosphere, and then on top of that, he was exhausted from galloping in the heat the day before, and I really just needed to, as I would say it, nurse him home. And we had a couple of rails, which is uncharacteristic of us, but like I said, I could just tell that physically he was very body tired and very mentally exhausted from his anxiety over the week. So I feel like I tried to do the best I could. I probably could have helped him a little more in a couple places throughout our course, but I'm gonna throw that in here to kind of wrap up this vlog. So that's pretty much our Kentucky wrap. Thank you guys for watching this vlog, and thank you to all who supported my Kentucky trip. I hope you make sure to watch the GoPro. I'm really proud of this cross-country course, and I love Z so much, and he's gonna get a lot of downtime now and just enjoy being a horse for a little bit, because he doesn't owe me anything after such a stellar week. And I will chat soon. Thanks for watching. Bye. Say bye, buddy. He's like, why are we walking? I'm so tired.